Right back at you, name of this shit right here. It's called Rose in the Concrete. Do the math.
Said the bottom, but I rose from the concrete. A few years ago, was a rose in the concrete. Made it slipping through the cracks in the concrete. Crazy how I made it out the concrete. I rose from the bottom when niggas thought I'd never make it. Guess they so hating to know that I graduated from the bull, now I'm on something different. Even though from the outside you won't see the difference. Just to walk with confidence is a major accomplishment, cause I never had a life full of positive compliments. Hated cause I chose to be different in a crowd of mice. Most were followers, but I stayed away from the lights or anyone trying to eat off my established career. But when I first told them, they acted like they didn't hear. Now I'm only taking my niggas and bags of luggage, eating at round tables when we got heated discussion on who's doing what and how we gon' make this linguine, and who's plotting to kill me from shots of a semi. Though it seemed hard in the beginning, we finally made it. Once was at the bottom, but we finally made it. Was at the bottom, but I rose from the concrete. A few years ago, it's just a rose in the concrete. Made it slipping through the cracks in the concrete. Crazy how that rose broke through that concrete. Was at the bottom, but I rose from the concrete. A few years ago, it's just a rose in the concrete. Made it slipping through the cracks in the concrete. Crazy how I rose from the concrete. Started out with nothing but made something from the scraps. Stressed out cause I got the weight of the world on my back. Had so many dreams and promises that I couldn't keep. Told people I could reach pinnacles they couldn't reach. Didn't believe, now they all got mouthfuls of regret. So surprised that I made it with a handful of checks. Nikes on my feet, I'm fresher than I ever been. In the mall, spending more money than I ever spent. It's just a stunt show off, but that melodramatic. Cause when you do it big, the niggas wanna grab it. Riding down an empty street, looking in my rearview. Still paranoid, plus I don't know where I'm headed to. They say life's a bitch and death be coming in the threes. That's why I'm scared to give up, sit in the passenger seat. Niggas out there trying to pocket big me from the passenger. Till then I'ma stay this real, watching for the Dillingers. Was at the bottom, but I rose from the concrete. A few years ago, it's just a rose in the concrete. Made it slipping through the cracks in the concrete. Crazy how that rose broke through that concrete. Was at the bottom, but I rose from the concrete. A few years ago, it's just a rose in the concrete. Made it slipping through the cracks in the concrete. Crazy how I rose from the concrete. Made it when niggas would simply boast about their cars. Probably why the door of opportunity never stayed ajar for them, cause they never said shit in their rhymes. Wouldn't listen to that shit even if I was high on the line. Feeling high off life and all of its finer things. No more heading to the diner just to feast on wings. Now we doing bigger things no one around us expected. Now they hating, but all that shit been expected. Searching for life answers with not much of a reason, cause the truth be hard to explain like mythical demons. Haters still wondering how I made it through the concrete, cause a few months ago I was a rose in the concrete. Yeah man, yeah man. Hate it, cause I made it in the concrete. And just a few months ago I was a rose in the concrete.